Hello, welcome back to my channel, Diamonds for the Kingdom. What's up, guys? Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday, guys. It is a beautiful day today. Amen, amen, amen. And I am going to live it up. Uh, Let me ask y'all something. Aren't y'all tired of like this, the doom and gloom and just the sadness and negativity that we see so much in this world? I choose to just, intentionally be happy. With all the things I have endured in my life, and God has pulled me through it, has made me better and stronger. And I just made a decision, just to focus on the heavenly things above and how good God has been to me. Not saying that I'm ignoring, just when life be life and all that, but I just refuse to let it consume me and my thoughts. Amen. So I just decided, I said, I'm just going to be intentional about having the joy of Christ and happy and just, making the best of everything, the good and the bad. Just make the best of it and just live and enjoy and be happy. Amen. So I pray that you guys have taken on the same, of behavior, mindset, thoughts. I hope you guys take on the same thing. I know it's easier said than done, but once you get to that point where you just, you know what, I'm just going to live. I'm just going to let what it be, let things be what it be. It is what it is, the good and bad, and just, overcome it with being thankful, grateful, praying and stand with God and just believing Him and standing on His word and just, enjoy my life, when I can, when time permits it. Amen. But anyway, I want to just jump in and talk to you guys about business. This is for my entrepreneurs. This is for my entrepreneurs. I already said that. I always start off doubling up when I say like doubling my talk. I don't know, guys. Just y'all pray for me. I'm all over the place this morning because I'm like, let me just put this out here in the atmosphere for those of you are struggling with your businesses, or maybe have lost some discouragement, maybe like, how I do this no more. Oh, excuse me, God. If this is you, please listen to it in its entirety. And excuse me, I just woke up. I'm still kind of getting up, getting my day started, and so I'm yawning and trying to gather my thoughts and all that. This is a podcast, and I try to be excellent, but I also want you guys to gain some reality of me. Sometimes you can be too perfect. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you got to be the spirit of excellence. But, with my podcast, I like to be real. I mean, I do face-to-face, but I do the thumbnails to it, like a voiceover, the thumbnail. And with that, I want you guys to like draw your own conclusion. Sometimes when you don't see a face, you can just focus more on listening to the person instead of the looking at their mouth moving or their face or whatever or the background. But I didn't make this video for that. I want to talk to y'all about this about entrepreneurship. Just a small nugget just to help somebody out there. We have these master classes and stuff that I see so much of. Excuse me. I am so sorry. I'm so sorry. We see these, I do. I see so many links to master classes online, and I'm like, it's good. Some of them are really a scam, and then you have some that are really good. They really teach you well. So don't be, afraid to invest in a master class or a seminar, to further assist you in your business. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. It's a good thing to keep learning, your business or whatever you're trying to do. It's good that you keep your skills sharpened and your knowledge sharpen. But here's the thing I want to talk about. I mean, I don't like this part right here. Is when I see these master classes saying, if you do this, if you do that, take my master class, and this is going to help you increase this, and this is going to help you increase that. You're going to have this type of conversion, and this is what's going to get you to sales. This is what's going to get you notice. I get that, but what they don't tell you, you cannot have a business without an audience. You cannot have a business without customers. You cannot have a business without clientele. And the thing these master classes cannot offer you is a sale. They talk about, if you take this course, it's going to help you do this and get this type of sale and these sales. They can't guarantee a sale. I cannot, and you cannot make anybody buy anything from you. I don't care how you graph, professionally have your website grafted, with the arts and pictures and all. I see your merchandise, and all the advertising that you're paying for, even the master classes and and furthering your education. It's not going to guarantee a sale. It's not going to do that. They cannot guarantee the sale. That's something you have to figure out. And it comes with building. It comes with taking a lot of L's to get to the wins. And so I just want to put it on your heart, put it on your mind for the entrepreneurs. I mean, the best thing I can tell you with the experience I've already had is that you have to build your audience. I would focus more on building an audience while sharpening my skills and furthering my education in what to do with my business. There's nothing wrong with that. But if overall, when you're first establishing, from my experience, your audience is a big deal. I will work on building that audience before anything, even before taking a master class or constantly buying products for your boutique or whatever type of business that you have. To me, my opinion, the first thing first is building an audience. That should be your first target with a business, is building your audience. And sometimes building your audience, or first of all, learning who your audience is, and then building your audience from that. And sometimes that does not work in a year. It probably takes 4 or 5 years to build an audience, and this is, I don't know, well, the ones who tell the truth, maybe they will tell you guys this, but I don't even think a lot of them are telling you the truth. It takes time to build a business straight from the ground. If you don't have support, if you don't have a following, you have to really fight. You're the underdog, you're overlooked, you're invisible, and it takes time. You really have to pioneer. You have to keep your eyes on the future. You can't look at your now, because it will be discouraging. That's what I was doing. I was going back and forth. I was kind of wavering with doubt and belief, at the same time, because it's I've been doing it since 2019. And it's still I'm at point A, but you got to look at it from the spirit realm. No, you're not actually at point A. You got to point A. You got to look at the time and the money you have invested in it, and you have to believe God that by the spirit you have built, a legacy. You already have established a legacy. It just not haven't manifested yet. You have to believe it on that level. Okay, you really truly have to walk it out by faith. But the first thing you should do is focus on your audience. That's my advice. That's my opinion, and that's my advice. Focus on your audience over making a sale. Focus on building your audience, connecting with, you have to pay attention to your analytics on, I'm guessing, I'm going to say Facebook, and I guess Instagram and TikTok. I think they show who's looking at your merchandise, or what a particular product got the most views. Pay attention to that. Look at what people are mainly looking at, and also pay attention to who looking at it, even to the not just gender, like men or women, but also look at the age range too. And that's telling you who is more attracted to what you're selling, okay? And once you give that like maybe a month or so, and if it keeps showing the same age range and a type of persons who are watching your viewing your merchandise, that's your audience. So zoom in on that and start building from that. Get more of whatever the product they're viewing and focus more on the particular age range that your analytics are showing you. Okay, I think I'm saying it right, that word correctly. If I'm not, excuse me. But anyway, that's how you build your audience. You build it from that, what your data is telling you. Build it from that point right there. And it takes time, okay, because they have to trust you. Your customers have to trust you. They have to see consistency. You building credibility. So focus more on that. I'm just dropping this little wisdom off to you guys, this little nugget of wisdom, because that's where I'm at right now, because I relocated, and so I'm pretty much starting off fresh. I relaunched my boutique and I have a new name and everything, so it's like I'm starting from the ground up again. Sometimes you have to do that. You have to relaunch. You don't have, you have to relaunch, but let me tell you this. Sometimes you have to relaunch 10 times. And some are saying you don't have to do that. In my opinion, they need to, shut up. I'm sorry. But sometimes you have to do that, rebrand it and keep evolving and making little twerks and tune-ups right here with your business. That's business, okay? So I just wanted to encourage you guys, like, if you're not getting any sales, or no one is liking your status, no one is liking your status, liking your merchandise, or just the post or what you're sharing, don't let that bother you. If you're if you're a beginner of business, focus more on building your audience. Find your target audience and let your data tell you who's looking at your merchandise and who's looking at it and what they're looking at, okay? And that's the product that you sell, okay? And that's how you do that, and then over time, you'll start, making conversions, sales, and have a loyal customer base. But I personally will focus more on building my audience at the beginning stages of my business. And the beginning stage can be 5 years. Don't count like, well, I started a year ago. I started, that's the beginning stage. It was when you open, but the beginning stages of your business can range about 5, 6, 10 years. And that's what a lot of them are not telling you. A lot of these master classes are not telling you this. That is going to take you really grinding. Really taking a lot of L's. You're going to have to even give away some free merchandise, and do some giveaways and offer some discounts, sometimes underselling yourself and your product, to get that bait in. But you're working on building credibility, okay? And you're establishing yourself, okay? You're pioneering, and you're digging up ground, and you're establishing, your business and your name, okay? So that should be your focus, being established, credibility, building your audience, targeting your audience, whoever that may be. Your data will help you out on that. Just pay attention to who's buying, who's watching and who's engaging. Even if they don't like it, it's still going to show that some people viewed it, okay? And it takes probably, I'm going to say, between 2 to 3 months, you're going to see a more clearer picture of your data of who's watching and whatever, okay? So with that being said, you guys focus more on building this is for beginners, entrepreneurs, okay? And what I mean by beginners, I'm not talking about I just opened a year ago, like 1 year. No, I'm talking about like within a year to 5 year span. Yours, to me, that's just me. I'm what I believe. You're still at the beginning stages of your business. That's not really really a long time, okay? And let me say this right here. You have some persons who their business took off in 3 years, less than 5 years. And so again, don't compare yours to theirs, okay? Because everybody's journey is different. All right. The point is they didn't give up, and you don't need to give up either. Even if it's 10 years from now that you start seeing, the manifestation of your business just boom and grow, you'll never know that if you quit. Okay. So don't be discouraged if you're not making any conversions or sales. And they cannot promise you any sales. They can assist you just like I myself and anyone else. They cannot guarantee you a sale. You can't make anybody buy anything from you. I don't care what tricks and this and that and they're telling you. They can't make you, they cannot make anyone buy anything from you, okay? All right. But anyway, you guys focus more on building your audience. And your products, the right products, it's that one thing that's going to take your boutique or your business from struggle to abundance. Okay. Sometimes it's one thing that you need, and it'll expose all the other things that you sell. But that one thing is going to bring more attention to your business, where they're not just buying that one thing, but everything you have always sold. Okay. So just focus on that, build your audience, find out, your target audience. Because when I initially started my business, I had teenagers, like preteen in mind, and teenagers. However, I was getting more attention from women. I cannot explain this. I did not make it this way, but for some reasons I was getting more attention from women at my age. I'm like, I did want to sell women clothes. I wanted to sell like teen, millennial, attire, and I had a millennial attire, but it wasn't the attire that they wear. It was too covering. So a lot of millennials wear tanks and sweats and short shorts. I'm like, I wasn't picking those items out, so I was like overlooked. So I'm like, okay, that's not my audience. So I had to go with, what was responding to what I had already, and it was women. So I changed my audience, or my target audience, my target to women, and that's when I started making some sales. Okay, not like I want to, but that's when I started making some sales, and I started seeing some progress in my business. But again, I have relocated. Now I have to start all over. I'm in a new state. Everything I relaunched. I have a new name and everything. So I'm back at square one of branding and rebuilding. But I've learned so much the first 3 years, if not 4, of me being in business, and I'm still yet learning. And I'm still building my audience. So I just wanted to encourage you guys, like, if this is what you're doing and you can't figure out what's going on, just stop worrying about sales. Stop focusing on that. That's not the initial, if you're trying to have longevity anyway in your business, focusing on sales should not be the priority. It's building a brand and credibility, and finding your audience and engaging with them. That should be your first priority. And once that is established, then you're going to start seeing sales flourish. You're going to start seeing your business boom. And also the right product will take your business to a new level too. So all of that, your data will help you with that. And I hope what I express to you on this podcast help you guys. And if it did, please leave a comment, positive comment below. Comment. Please leave a positive comment below, and we can talk more in depth about it. And you guys have a fabulous weekend, and I will talk to you next video. Bye. Happy Saturday.